Let's talk about understanding dual agency in real estate. Dual agency in real estate occurs when a single real estate agent or brokerage represents both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. In this scenario, the agent is working on behalf of both parties, which can create potential conflicts of interest. This is because the agent is tasked with advancing the best interest of both the buyer and the seller, two sides with often opposing goals. How does dual agency work, you ask? In a typical real estate transaction, the buyer and the seller each have their own dedicated advocates. Excuse me. Their own dedicated advocates or agents advocating for their individual interest. With dual agency, however, a single agent or two agents within the same brokerage facilitates the entire deal. This setup means one party is helping the seller list and market their home while also assisting the buyer in finding and purchasing it. The dual agent must remain neutral, refraining from advocating for one party over another. This requires balancing the needs of both sides without giving preferential treatment. There can be pros and there are definitely cons of dual agency. A couple of pros is there's streamlined communication. Having one point of contact can make communication more efficient between the buyer and seller, potentially expediting the transaction. There can be possibly increased efficiency since the agent is already familiar with the property and both parties' goals. The process may move faster with fewer delays. The cons, and there's definitely cons. Of course, the conflict of interest that I addressed previously. It's inherently difficult for one agent to serve the best interest of both parties, especially during negotiations where priorities clash. A direct example is the price or terms. Limited advocacy is another con. The agent cannot fully advocate for either party, which may leave one or both feeling underrepresented. There are a couple of legal and ethical concerns. Many states have strict rules regarding dual agency. In some jurisdictions, it's prohibited altogether or allowed only with full disclosure and written consent from both parties. The disclosure requirements in most states, dual agency must be disclosed to both the buyer and seller in writing before moving forward. Both parties must consent to the arrangement and understand the limitations that it places on the agent's role. Transparency is essential to ensure that everyone involved is making an informed decision. A quick real-world analogy for you is, while not a perfect comparison, consider the role of a lawyer. Can an attorney both prosecute and defend the same case? And if that were allowed, would it benefit you if you were the one on trial? Thank you so much.